y'all, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, today I wanted to bring up this topic about dating and marrying up. And why I think it's important. Well, I mean, I already thought it was important, but it's so funny because it's a guy on Instagram that I follow who asked a question a couple days ago, and it relates to this topic. So basically, he was saying that his friend thinks that, you know, somebody like himself, an entrepreneur, should not date somebody, let's say, that works at McDonald's. And to my surprise, he disagreed. He said that he does not see anything wrong with him dating somebody at McDonald's, and that he could change the person's life, and that it shouldn't matter, you know, where they work at or their, I guess, status at the time, you know, whether or not that you would give them a chance. And I totally disagree. Totally disagree. One thing my granny always told me, y'all, was get you somebody who has at least the same as you or more. You know, basically date up, marry up, pretty much, as a woman. Now, as a man, you know, their standards are different. They can get a woman who has less than them or whatever the case might be. But I'm saying, as a woman, my granny told me, you know, get somebody who got at least what you have, if not more. You know, if you got a car, make sure the person you with got a car. If you went to college, make sure at least either they went to college or they have a stable job, or, you know what I'm saying? So y'all, he really threw me for a loop, because I'm surprised. Like, I can't see him dating somebody at McDonald's. I can't see him going for that. But he was just saying that would not stop him from getting to know a person and, you know, possibly dating them. So let's actually listen to exactly what he had to say, and then I'm gonna get into my opinion, and then I want y'all to drop in the comments and tell me what y'all think. So let's listen to what he had to say.
Baby, so usually when I talk about certain topics, I stand firm on what I say, and I stand firm on what I believe in. And a bitch can't shake me, and I'm not even too open to opinions. But in this topic, I want every single person from across the world, no matter where you located, Nigeria, Texas, Nashville, Atlanta, Savannah, Detroit, Miami, I want your opinion on this. So I was having a discussion with one of my friends, and she told me that she doesn't think that with me being an entrepreneur and me being a boss and me being on the grind, that I should talk to someone on dating terms that works at McDonald's. Right? Not saying that I do, but we were just talking as if and it was an example. She said she feels as though somebody who is an entrepreneur, who owns their own business, who is on the grind, who is making money, and not just me, people out there in the world, somebody of that status should not talk to someone who is not on their status. But I don't agree. I don't agree, because this is my perspective on it. A nigga that's working at McDonald's, or a nigga that's working at Walmart, or a nigga that's working at Wendy's, I'll change that nigga life. Do you hear me? I will change that nigga life. Do you hear me? But I have to know that he has the mindset that wants to be changed. And the guy that's working at Wendy's, he could love me right, in a right way, that the nigga that's a boss of a club could not. Not saying that they all do, right? Because we all know those niggas at Wendy's, that work at Wendy's, that still won't do you right. You following me? But I feel like just because someone works at Walmart, or someone has a 9-to-5, or someone clocks in, or someone is busting tables, or someone is flipping pieces, that does not mean that they don't have the capability to love you the right way. Because there's a man out there that could be working at Walmart that could love me a way that another entrepreneur could not, and I could change that nigga life that's working at Walmart and make him into something that he never thought that he could be. But she just feels as though when you are on a certain status, you should not talk to anybody who is not on your status. That's woman, man, or boy, cat, dog, or person. You understand what I'm saying? So I want the world's perspective on that, because I feel different, and that's just my opinion in this type of situation. Because it's a nigga that's flipping pieces out there, bitch, and I would change your life. I just gotta know that you got the right mindset. I gotta know that you got the right hustle. I gotta know that you want to get up and be better. I gotta know that you want to travel. I gotta know that you want to do those things, but you're not in the position, and you need the right type of bitch to change you. You understand what I'm saying? But everybody thinks different. So what is your perspective? Be honest, uncut, and raw. I want to know how you feel. Do you think somebody of a certain status should not talk to somebody who is not on their level? How you feel about that, girl?
Okay, y'all. So y'all pretty much heard him. He wants to know what the people think. And like I said, I'm shocked at his response. I totally disagree. Even though, like for instance, in my last relationship, I did not do what I should have done. The person I was with did not have equal to me or more. And look where I'm at today. Look where it left me. Now, I'm not going to say that that's the sole reason, but I do feel like it causes problems down the line. Like, if you, let's say you have a secure job, you've been at your job 5 years, you have a place to stay, you have a car, you have bills, you have responsibilities, and then you meet a man that lives at home with his mom. Y'all are automatically not on the same wavelength. It's like you're not at the same place in life. And I think that is where compatibility comes in. It just makes it to where you're not compatible, because here you are going to sleep early so you can wake up early so you can handle your business. Your mind frame is just different from the person who doesn't even have a job, doesn't have any bills, so therefore they're not in a rush to make any money, because what, you know what I'm saying, like if you don't have a lot of bills, then you're not in a rush to make no money, because it's like you good either way. And it just, to me, it makes sense that you get somebody that is on your level, because relationships have so many layers. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the basic foundation to be uneven. You know what I'm saying? Going into it. So you already have to deal with things like cheating, maybe even money issues, because a person that's on your level could still cheat on you. You know, a person that's on your level, y'all still might have money issues. So those issues are there. But why bring in extra issues like the mommy issues, the daddy issues? A perfect example is Bobby and Whitney. As a woman, Bobby, I'm not gonna say that, because Bobby had his career and everything, but for some reason he just always felt, I think, less than with Whitney. And I'm just saying, as a woman, I think we set ourselves up when we get with men that are, and I hate to say it like this, but kind of beneath us in a way, as far as they just haven't made it to where we're at in life. You know what I'm saying? It does not make you better than him. It just means he has not gotten to the point that you're at. Y'all, I really want to see what y'all think, because Big Sexy, I'm surprised at him talking about he could change somebody's life. It just make me feel like he don't know his worth. Like, why would you want to try to change somebody's life? That's what I'm saying. It makes it uneven. So now you the one doing all the giving. This person can't really help you, and that's really the main thing. To where now you gonna change his life, but what is he gonna do for you? I guess love you, okay, but it gets draining when you're trying to help somebody constantly. Like, come on, babe, let's do this. Come on, babe, let's do that. It drains your energy when you feel like you gotta help this person, versus you got somebody y'all on the same wavelength, y'all helping each other. You know what I'm saying? So, like for instance, I had a friend and she met this guy and he didn't have a car, right? But his excuse was he didn't have a license. So her thing was, she was like, oh, it's cool. He got a nice little job. He just don't have a car. I'm gonna look past that. But see, and she thought, oh, well, I can help him. I can help him get a license or whatever. And I can help him get a car, and I can help him get his stuff together and blah, 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 blah. And it sound good. But just like Big Sexy said, you have to make sure that person is willing to want to learn and willing to want to grow and this and that. Because honestly, if by the time you met them, if they haven't accomplished basic things, what makes you think you coming along is just going to somehow save the day? And you know what I'm saying? I think people get into trouble when you meet somebody and you start ignoring all the red flags and you start making excuses, and it's like, oh, well, I can understand that, I can help. No, I just feel like that's where people sell themselves short, and the bottom line is just like, you deserve better. You know what I'm saying? And even with Big Sexy, when I look at it changed my perspective on him a little bit, because it's like, no ma'am, boy, you definitely deserve better. What do you mean you can change his life? No, where he is, he needs somebody that can help him even a step further. Like, why would you? Y'all, I really wanted to talk about this because I feel like sometimes that is the basis of relationship problems. We're with people that it's no way it could work, because you're draining all my energy. I'm too busy trying to help you. And I'm just saying from the woman's perspective, because it makes it weird when here it is, the woman is the one that has more power, that has more money, that has more experience, that has more everything, that has the house, that has the car, that has, you know what I'm saying, the education. It's like this man over here, so now he's in overdrive. This man can't even just be normal. He's in overdrive trying to catch up to you. He's stressed out. He can't even, it's not an even playing field, y'all. And I really, 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 really want to hear y'all's opinion on this. And like I said, my last relationship, I wish I would have had this in my mind, because I had red flags. I'm like, well, you know, he don't have this, but he treats me good. And see, that's what Big Sexy was saying. He was like, you know, you might get somebody that got all this, but then they don't treat you right. And he was just saying that if the guy at Wendy's is gonna love me correctly, then I'm willing to help him where he has fallen short. And that's what got me, y'all. That's exactly what got me. You know, the person that's not on your level, of course they're gonna love you to death. Of course they're gonna treat you amazing, because and that's what you end up falling for. But then love cannot pay those bills. You know what I'm saying? And love, and I'm really starting to see this, because at first I was like, you know what, I want to marry for love. It's not really about the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just be with somebody strictly because of what they have. But I'm really starting to see it's both. For me, this is my opinion, it has to be both. You have to treat me right, you know, love me, etc. But also, I'm gonna need you to have your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Because I have my things together. I think it really goes back to y'all remember when Simone came on here talking about how do you want all this in a man? That's where she was wrong at, because I feel like as a woman, it should be like that. We should aspire to have a man that has more than us, because it's their job to teach us, to provide. You know, we've gotten so into the independent woman that, you know, we are just, it's like, girl, let that man be a man. Like, yes, he should be above you in whatever the case might be. It shouldn't be the woman out here. It's like the whole dating world has changed, and the fact that women have just like taken over, and the men really have been getting away with it because we don't hold them accountable. And also, but it's because we accept it. We gotta stop accepting the bull stuff, the bull stuff, y'all. we have to stop, myself included, because here I am now in a situation, and it's just like, well, even with my situation, I will say the guy, he had a decent job when I met him. He was doing construction. So I'm like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was, you know, but then it was other things that he was missing, that, you know, basic things, but that I had already had. So y'all, I'm gonna just go out and say it, like my grandma said, if he doesn't have it, at least what you have, or a good explanation as to why not, you deserve better, because there's so many people out here, men that have their own apartment, that have their own car, that have a good job, that went to school, that come from a good family, you know, that go to church, or whatever the case might be. And it's just like, I really do feel like a lot of the times we be selling ourselves short. Now, you know, you might get lucky and just meet somebody who has everything, and it's like, oh, okay, perfect, it worked out. But we really got to start picking and choosing when it comes to being in a relationship. And I'm gonna definitely teach that to my daughters. You know what I'm saying? I do not want them to make the same mistakes that I made. because it's like we can't get nowhere. We can't get nowhere like this, and it's making the men, it's just like we're not helping. We're not helping them by allowing them, like we're not forcing them to do better is what I'm saying. If enough women looked at these men and was like, you still at home with your mama? You ain't got your own place? Oh, you don't have a job? Oh, you don't have a car? Okay, I'm good. Like if we would look at them with disgust, because we have this, not looking down on you, but I have it. So my thing is, you don't, so I'm good. If we would do that more, I think that would give them a little bit more motivation to be like, ooh, you know what? Dang, I could have had her, but I ain't got my stuff together. Versus they can get anybody they want without having no credentials, just by having a pretty face or a nice body, or, can just talk to you, or can just make you feel like they love, just showing you attention. We got to do better. Like it has to be more than that. It got to be more than just some attention that he's giving you that's making you fall for this guy. So y'all, that's pretty much it. I didn't want this to be a super long video, but I really wanted to talk about this topic because when he said that, I'm like, what? I know you ain't thinking that. And a lot of people in his comments agreed. I didn't read a lot of them, but I read enough comments that people were saying that they agreed, or no, that they had disagreed with his friend, which that's the problem. We are too accepting. It really has to stop, because then when it doesn't work out, we wondering why. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he need time to grow up. Yeah, he do need time to grow up, because when you met him, he hadn't grown up yet. And that was clear because he didn't have his own place. He didn't have any responsibilities. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Of course he didn't grow up. But now when it don't work out, it's like, oh, he needs time to grow up. But see, we could have saved ourselves if we would have just put our foot down in the beginning and really just know what we deserve. And like I said, it does not make that man any less of a man. It's just that, he just not ready to be in a relationship with a woman, and we need to stop wasting our time with these type of guys. That's all I'm saying, because there are guys out there who are willing to step up and do the right thing. And you know what I'm saying? So y'all ladies, please don't sell yourself short. And like I said, I feel like I've been through it. That's why I can kind of speak on it, because I can look back and see where having the mentality that Big Sexy have, it does not pay off. Like I said, you might get lucky and get somebody who don't have, and then y'all work together and y'all build and blah blah blah, but never fall in love with potential. You know what I'm saying? Who told me that? I think, I can't remember where I picked that up along the way, but do not fall in love with the potential that you see, that you hoping and you wishing, and no, if they're not who you want them to be when you meet them, you need to move on, because now you hoping and wishing. And what if it don't? What if they never meet their potential? You can't believe in somebody more than they believe in themselves. You might see it, but they might not even want what you want for them, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing. Don't fall in love with the potential that you think this person is capable of. No. Find you somebody who is already exhibiting the characteristics and has the qualities that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, but let me know what y'all think, and don't let me change your mind. I really want to hear your opinion, and Big Sexy want to hear it too. So y'all, please leave me a comment. I think this is a really important topic, y'all, because I feel like it's sometimes the root of the problem in relationships. They start off on an uneven playing field. So y'all, anyway, if you have not, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.